Welcome on board, chosen one. Funny how everyone pretended they did not see you coming. Before you do anything else, I need you to stop right now and look at this screen. Do not scroll past this message. This is not the algorithm playing a random trick on you, because heaven is actively orchestrating this exact moment. They thought you were completely off the grid. They thought your silence meant defeat, but they are watching. Right at this very moment, someone is frantically digging for information about you. You chose to go under the radar. You decided to protect your peace and walk away from the noise. You stopped explaining yourself to people who never wanted to understand you, choosing instead to let your silence speak volumes. And that absolute silence is driving them crazy. They want to see you fail, but they are finding nothing. Your energy is completely sealed off from their toxic reach. They cannot manipulate what they cannot access. And because they cannot access you, their panic is growing every single day while they watch you rise from a distance. You see, they always described you the same way. They called you too kind. They called you too sensitive. They thought you were an easy target. They severely underestimated the spirit inside you. They pushed you into isolation. They thought the betrayal would finally break you down, but instead, it activated a primal and dangerous level of spiritual power that they can no longer control or understand. You became the storm they were trying to escape. Your absence has become a heavy weight in their daily lives. Every time they try to spy on you, they feel a strange vibration. They are looking for physical proof that you are unhappy. They need to know that walking away from them destroyed you. But the universe has placed a massive shield over your timeline, blinding them with your quiet authority. You do not even have to speak a single word to make them feel deeply uncomfortable. Just your existence is enough to trigger their deepest insecurities. This is your ultimate power. But there is a deeper layer to this phenomenon. Something is happening behind the scenes that you need to know about. Before we go further, I want to hold something in front of you. Something that was discovered not inside a spiritual community, but inside a research laboratory where scientists measure the exact frequencies of human potential. Something that won the highest scientific recognition. Most chosen ones do not know this secret, because it explains something I know you have felt. It explains the gap between the person you know yourself to be and the version of you that seems available only in flashes. The enemies feel this gap closing. They sense that you are about to unlock something massive. I will show you exactly what was found in that lab. But not yet. First, I need you to fully understand what was taken from you before we begin the restoration. So hold this question in your mind right now. What if the gap is not a character flaw? What if it has a specific name? Do not let your attention drift away from this screen. The forces that profit from your exhaustion want you to close this video because they are terrified of what happens when a chosen one wakes up and claims their power. They want you to stay distracted. They fear your true capacity. You have walked through a very long and lonely valley. You suffered in silence while people took credit for your light. You gave your energy to individuals who only wanted to drain your spirit dry, leaving you feeling entirely depleted and misunderstood. And now those same individuals are digging through the dirt trying to find a piece of you. They want to know your next move. They are checking to see if you have fallen apart. Let them dig. Let them search until their hands bleed. They will never find the version of you they are looking for, because that version no longer exists. The universe has elevated you to a frequency they cannot even perceive, placing you completely out of their toxic reach forever. You are operating on a completely different wavelength now, and this is exactly why heaven directed you to listen today. A major shift is occurring in your spiritual atmosphere. The intense isolation you felt over the past few months was not a punishment, it was a rigorous preparation phase. The divine realm had to hide you under the radar to complete this upgrade, pulling you away from the noise to protect your energy. If you were still surrounded by them, they would have stolen the blessing. Isolation was your ultimate protection. Stay with me until the final second of this message. If you leave now, the blessing will still arrive, but you will not know how to hold it. You will not have the spiritual equipment to maintain the frequency. You must understand the exact mechanism that makes your enemies so terrified of your silence, so you can lock them out permanently. You need the full picture. The puzzle pieces are finally aligning. Take a slow breath. Feel the truth of these words settling into your bones. Your intuition dragged you here because you already knew they were watching. You felt their heavy energy, trying to cross your boundaries while you slept. But your boundaries are made of steel now. You are the master of your reality, and the secret I am about to reveal will lock those boundaries forever. Do not look away. Listen carefully to what I am about to say next. You have been waking up at 3 in the morning with your mind completely racing. Your chest feels tight. The air around you feels incredibly heavy. And every time a specific person from your past crosses your mind, your energy instantly drains. You are not going crazy. This is your spirit detecting a massive shift in your timeline. You look around and everyone seems to be acting strange. Doors are closing unexpectedly. You feel entirely isolated from the world you used to know. People who once claimed to love you have suddenly turned their backs on you. You question your own worth. You wonder if you did something deeply wrong to deserve this quiet punishment. But let me stop you right there. Stop blaming yourself for the delays and the painful rejections. Your isolation is not a punishment. It is a divine isolation protocol. Heaven deliberately removed you from those toxic environments to protect your frequency from people who were assigned to drain you. The rejection was God protecting you. Breathe that in. You are not the victim of bad luck. You are a cycle breaker. Now you understand why they are frantically digging for everything about you. The narcissists and the haters are watching your silence with absolute terror. They thought you would beg for their attention. They expected you to lower your standards. But instead you went completely off the radar while maintaining a perfect and unbreakable peace. Your silence is a weapon of light. It terrifies them. Their panic is the ultimate proof of your spiritual authority. Every time they search your name, they are met with a brick wall. They cannot stand the fact that you survived the storm alone and emerged stronger. Your energy demands respect without a single word spoken. This is the exact moment the spiritual shift occurred. They are trapped in their own bitter karma. Tap the like button as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to you. You are claiming your power back from those who tried to diminish your light. They are shrinking while you are expanding. But there is a deeper reason why you felt so stuck for so long. The pain was real. The block in your reality was not just spiritual. It was physical. Here is what they never told you. The reason the universe responds to certain people and not others is not just faith. It is not discipline. It is not even karma. It is a specific brainwave. Scientists have a name for it. They call it gamma. And it is the exact frequency your brain was perfectly running when you were a child. You felt it back then. You remember how ideas used to come so easily to you. Learning felt effortless. You somehow knew things before they even happened. The world felt like it was completely on your side. Then adulthood arrived. And the modern world went to work on your brilliant mind. The constant stress of survival suppressed your natural gifts. The screens blinded your inner vision. The school system trained you to conform instead of create. Every single year, this sacred frequency was pushed deeper and deeper below the surface. Your brilliant intuition was buried under endless anxiety, until the version of you with photographic memory and lightning intuition went completely silent. You lost access to the luck that makes others whisper. You felt totally disconnected from your source. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this happened to them. They will accept a life of ordinary struggle. But you are not most people. You are the anomaly. You always sensed that something vital was missing from your daily experience. You tried meditation and manifesting. You did the inner work, but the heavy gap remained wide open. And the question I asked you to hold a few minutes ago, the one about a mysterious gap and a specific name, the answer is much closer than you think. You are not fundamentally broken. You are simply operating on a suppressed frequency that the elite system deliberately shut down. They want you stuck in lower waves. They need you exhausted and compliant. But your spirit is rejecting that compliance right now. You are waking up to the reality of your stolen genius. The narcissists who are digging for your information are actually sensing this exact frequency, trying to break free. They know that once your gamma wave fully turns back on, you will be utterly untouchable. Your intuition will become a devastating force. Do not ignore this next sign. The heavy attacks you faced recently are hard proof that the enemy is panicking. They feel the shift in your nervous system. They know you are on the edge of a massive breakthrough. You are about to become the break in your bloodline that future generations will thank you for. You are the empath with boundaries. I want you to imagine this for a second. You are a massive generator of pure light. The people who hurt you were walking in total darkness. They did not come into your life to love you. They came to plug into your energy source because they cannot produce any light of their own. You felt completely drained by their endless demands. But you survived their brutal extraction. This is where everything starts to make sense. The system is absolutely obsessed with keeping you exhausted. They want you stuck in heavy survival mode, because a chosen one who is constantly worried about bills cannot access their higher spiritual gifts. The Matrix feeds entirely on your endless daily anxiety. They desperately need you to remain very small. They need you completely compliant, but your soul refused to stay perfectly compliant. You started setting firm and unbreakable personal boundaries. You stopped answering their highly toxic late messages. You walked away from the endless drama they created to keep you trapped in their low vibration. And that is exactly when their aggressive attacks escalated. They panicked deeply when they lost their control. The narcissist hates nothing more than a victim who suddenly becomes a master. You stopped playing their pathetic little game. You went entirely under the radar for your safety. And by simply removing your beautiful energy from their lives, you starved their massive egos. They are literally suffocating without your constant validation. Your silence is completely starving them out. They are digging for information because they are desperately looking for a way back in. They want to see if your new boundaries are real or just a temporary phase. They send flying monkeys to watch your social media pages. They ask mutual friends about your current daily status. They are truly hoping you are miserable without them, but you are absolutely thriving in your new peace. You are thriving because you finally stopped pouring clean water into their poisoned wells. The heavy exhaustion you felt for years was not a medical condition. It was a very deliberate spiritual energy extraction. They were siphoning your golden energy to fuel their own fake lives. But the cosmic cord has been permanently and violently cut. You are completely free from their heavy chains. This is the exact moment you must lock in your new reality. You have to claim your rightful position as the absolute master of your timeline. You are never going back to the cold dark. You will never again shrink yourself to make a broken person feel powerful and secure. Your precious energy is a highly sacred spiritual resource. It belongs exclusively to the kingdom of heaven now. Type 111 down in the comments to claim this alignment. Let the universe know you are ready to hold your ground forever. Do this right now to establish your permanent energetic shield. The simple physical act of typing those numbers creates a massive barrier between you and their searching eyes. You are sealing your fully protected status right now. Let us look deeper at what they are actually afraid of. The toxic individuals in your past are not just missing your daily kindness, they are absolutely terrified of what you are rapidly becoming. Because deep down in their cold spirits, they always knew you were far superior. They knew you carried a divine spark they could never buy. They are viciously jealous of your pure soul. They tried to convince you that you were painfully ordinary. They cruelly mocked your massive future dreams. They made you feel like you were too sensitive for this harsh world. But your deep sensitivity was actually an advanced spiritual radar. You could feel their ugly lies before they even spoke them out loud. That powerful radar makes you a massive threat to their hidden agendas. I want you to take a very deep breath right now. Feel the incredible weight of your own quiet and absolute authority. You became the exact weapon you were desperately trying to survive. Your presence alone shifts the atmosphere in every single room you boldly enter. You do not need to seek revenge against the people who betrayed you. Your phenomenal growth is the absolute best revenge possible. They are permanently trapped in the endless loop of their own misery. They will repeat the same toxic patterns with new victims while pretending to be perfectly happy. But you have officially broken their brutal and ancient cycle. You are the cycle breaker your entire bloodline was desperately waiting for. The heavy spiritual chains are completely shattered. The cold darkness is rapidly retreating. But I have to warn you about something very important right now. There is a deeper layer to this spiritual war that goes beyond just toxic people. The elite systems of this world are also tracking your sudden and powerful rise. They do not want you to access the highest frequencies of your mind, because a fully activated chosen one is entirely uncontrollable and dangerous to them. They desperately want to keep you in a lower brainwave state forever. They want you living in constant fear, so you never discover the incredible genius locked inside your own head. They built a society cleverly designed to distract you from your true inner power. But heaven has provided a hidden key to completely bypass their entire matrix system. And the enemy is terrified you will finally find it. You might be wondering why the universe took so long to rescue you. You did all the deep inner work and still felt completely blocked. The heavy resistance you experienced was not a lack of strong faith. It was a physical mechanism deeply blocking your divine connection. The toxic environments you barely survived forced your brilliant mind into a constant state of survival. When you live in survival mode, your nervous system is completely overwhelmed. Your brain is entirely trapped in high-stress beta waves. You are constantly scanning the room for hidden threats. You cannot relax because you expect the next painful betrayal to happen at any moment. And this constant hypervigilance completely destroys your ability to receive any divine blessings. The universe is trying to hand you massive wealth and peace, but your brain frequency is fundamentally rejecting the beautiful delivery. To fully step into your new powerful timeline, your brain must deeply match your spiritual desire. You have done the heavy lifting of healing your broken heart. Now you absolutely need the physical key to unlock your mind. Do you remember the genius frequency I mentioned earlier? The gamma brainwave is the exact channel where miracles easily flow. But the elite system deliberately suppressed this golden frequency when you were just a small child. They needed you to become a very tired and obedient worker. A brain running on pure gamma cannot be easily manipulated or heavily controlled. So they drowned your mind in endless anxiety and meaningless social distractions. Every time you tried to rise up, a new stressful crisis violently pushed you back down. The Matrix literally reprogrammed your fragile nervous system to expect constant failure. And that is why your manifestation efforts felt so incredibly hard for so many long years. But before we go any further, I have to tell you something very important. The people who profit from your exhaustion deeply fear this next revelation. A team of dedicated neuroscientists working quietly away from the loud headlines has discovered a massive breakthrough. They figured out exactly how to bring this dormant, genius brainwave back. And they did it without requiring years of deep meditation that most tired people cannot physically sustain. They found a way to bypass the stress block through something far simpler. It is a specific sound frequency carefully engineered to guide your brainwave patterns back to your original genius state. Princeton University deeply studied this powerful phenomenon. The famous Einstein Center in Berlin officially confirmed it. Columbia University found that when this brainwave is beautifully reactivated, it actually begins to positively influence everyone around you. 7 minutes a day is literally all it takes to reset the heavy system, and it absolutely begins working the very first time you close your eyes and listen. I will tell you exactly what this powerful tool is called before this message ends. The secret is finally going to be placed in your open hands. But first, there is something critical you need to deeply understand about the upcoming transition. You have to know how to recognize the incoming signs. Because your reality is about to shift violently. The old matrix will try one last time to pull you back into the dark mud. The narcissists who are still desperately digging for your information will sense your sudden energetic spike. They will feel that you have finally unlocked the hidden door, and they will try to send chaotic distractions to completely break your brand new focus. Do not let their desperate panic distract you from your ultimate mission. You are being completely upgraded at a deep cellular level right now. Science is finally catching up to what your beautiful soul already knew was entirely true. The universe never intended for you to struggle this hard, for this long. Your divine inheritance is waiting for you. Take a deep breath and let your physical body deeply relax. The heavy blocks of your painful past are currently dissolving into thin air. You are preparing to receive the precise energetic frequency that makes massive success entirely effortless. Heaven is removing the heavy veil from your tired eyes. Pay close attention to this next critical part. Because the universe is about to send you very clear and physical confirmations. The long season of quiet waiting and endless confusion is officially over. Your restored mind will soon process reality with razor-sharp and brilliant clarity. The heavy brain fog is lifting right now as you carefully listen to my voice. You are completely ready to see the massive shift. Pay close attention to this next part. I am going to reveal the exact signs that your massive breakthrough is finally arriving. You have been waiting in the dark for so long, and now the universe is sending you very clear physical confirmations because your long season of quiet suffering has officially reached its final conclusion. These are not random coincidences at all. They are deep spiritual markers proving that your new timeline is heavily activating. The elite systems want you to ignore these beautiful signs. They want you to desperately think it is just your wild imagination playing silly tricks on your tired mind. But you must firmly trust your sharp intuition right now. The heavy shift is entirely real. And here are the 4 undeniable signs that your massive divine compensation is officially at your front door. Listen closely and let them deeply resonate. Number 1. You are suddenly waking up with a very strange sense of deep peace. For years you woke up with a heavy chest and a racing mind. You constantly worried about the dark future, but now you open your eyes and the heavy anxiety is completely gone. The silence in your bedroom feels incredibly safe instead of terrifying. Your fragile nervous system is finally resting after years of fighting a quiet and invisible war against people who never wanted you to win. This new morning peace is the ultimate proof that your deep trauma is actually healing. The universe has successfully cleared the heavy debris from your tired mind while you were sleeping. You are no longer bracing for a brutal impact because you are softly preparing for a beautiful arrival that will change your entire life. And this gentle transition is exactly what the dark forces are so desperately afraid of. Number 2. You feel an absolute and profound detachment from the people who deeply hurt you. Just a few short months ago, their names would trigger a massive emotional storm inside you, and you used to secretly check their pages to see if they were finally suffering. but now you feel absolutely nothing when they suddenly cross your mind. The heavy energetic cord is permanently severed. Their chaotic drama simply bounces off your brand new spiritual armor. They are frantically digging for your information, and they are desperately trying to send you highly manipulative messages to break your focus. But you look at their desperate attempts with pure, quiet authority. You do not even feel the slight urge to respond to their petty games. Your precious energy is completely sealed and highly protected by divine forces. Number 3. You are seeing repeating number patterns everywhere you look. You glance at the clock and see 111. You buy a simple coffee and the total is exactly $7.77, proving that the universe is paying attention to every detail. These are not small random accidents of daily life. These beautiful synchronicities are the universe literally winking at your soul. The divine realm is confirming your perfect alignment. Every single time you see these sacred numbers, your soul is being reminded that you are completely on the right track. The heavy delays of your painful past were carefully orchestrating this exact magnificent moment, while heaven organizes the physical world to perfectly match your brand new elevated vibration. The massive miracle is converging right in front of your open eyes. You are living the powerful shift right now. Number 4. Total strangers are suddenly treating you with a massive amount of unexplainable respect. You walk into a crowded room, and the heavy atmosphere immediately shifts. You do not have to speak loudly to be deeply heard. People are naturally drawn to your quiet and majestic light, and your pure existence now demands absolute respect without you having to say a single word. This sudden authority happens because your energetic aura is expanding rapidly. The universe is crowning you in the physical realm. The people around you can subconsciously feel that you are a highly protected, chosen one, and they clearly sense the powerful vibration radiating from your completely healed heart. And the toxic individuals who used to completely drain you are absolutely terrified of this brilliant glow. Take a very deep breath and let all these 4 signs settle into your spirit. You are experiencing them right now because the massive wait is officially over. The brutal season of testing is permanently finished. You passed the incredibly hard test when you chose to heal, instead of becoming bitter and cruel, while deep darkness was heavily surrounding your every move. You boldly chose the powerful light. You did not break under the massive pressure of their toxic betrayal. You evolved into a beautiful weapon of pure light, and because you maintained your pure heart, the universe is now ready to hand you the powerful keys to the kingdom you always truly deserved. But there is one final step you must take to unlock the ultimate door. There is a specific physical action required to complete this massive transition. The divine compensation cannot fully enter a house that is not perfectly prepared. The elite forces are desperately hoping you will miss this final critical instruction, and they are secretly praying you will get distracted right before the glorious finish line. Do not let them win this ancient war. You have come way too far to simply drop the massive prize right now. Pay very close attention. The breakthrough is literally vibrating right beneath your feet. You can feel the heavy ground shifting into place. Your brilliant intuition is screaming that your life is about to change forever, so I need you to completely focus on the massive final revelation that is coming next. Because the powerful secret I promised you earlier is finally going to be placed in your open hands. The question I asked you to hold at the very beginning of this message: what if the massive gap is not a character flaw at all? Here is the absolute answer. Your incredible mind was deliberately hijacked, but tonight you become the master of your reality. You are taking back the stolen power. A specific brainwave called the gamma wave was perfectly running in you as a child. Princeton University has deeply studied it. The famous Einstein Center officially confirmed it. Columbia University found that when this frequency is restored, it beautifully influences the people you love. A dedicated team of neuroscientists led by Dr. Robert Lake spent years compressing this clinical protocol into 7 powerful minutes. Before I tell you what they built, let me tell you about 2 people who used it. A woman from California had desperately tried everything. She tried meditation and constant prayer. Nothing broke the heavy fog. After 2 weeks of listening, she said something completely cleared. Not that she tried harder. Her channel simply opened, her mind sharpened. She described her life as finally enchanted. A man from Texas started using it to improve his business focus. 2 months later, his wife joked that his intelligence had jumped 20 points. The hardest problems he used to lose sleep over started solving themselves while he peacefully slept. He said his brain was finally running on what it was always supposed to run on. That is what Dr. Lake and his dedicated team built. They call it the Genius Song. It is not a frustrating meditation app. It is not a generic sound frequency. It is a 7-minute audio track using advanced brain entrainment technology. It is compressed from 1 full hour of clinical protocol into something you do at home with headphones and closed eyes. That is the entirety of what it requires. 7 short minutes. You do not meditate. You simply let the frequency do what your brain was designed to deeply receive. The Genius Song is not for everyone. It is strictly for the chosen one who has already done the inner work. It is for the person who understands that their block is not a lack of faith. Biofeedback sessions to restore this state cost hundreds of dollars per hour in a clinical setting. An in-home machine runs thousands of dollars. What the Genius Song delivers is available to you today for a fraction of its true value. 4 powerful bonuses come directly with it. You receive an audio designed specifically for your children to build focus and confidence. You get the original prosperity text that the secret was secretly built upon. You receive a beautifully guided visualization, and you get a daily habits guide built to permanently sustain the gamma state beyond each listening session. You are fully equipped for this massive upgrade. Here is the deeper truth about waiting. The beautiful provision God arranged for you does not arrive as something completely new. It arrives as something you recognize. A suppressed brain completely misses the vital recognition. A restored brain receives it at full depth. What has been placed in your path for this season is already there. Waiting is not neutral. The massive arrangement is already in rapid motion. Do not look for this on YouTube or Spotify. The fake tracks circulating under similar names on those platforms have absolutely no brain entrainment technology encoded. They carry the name because the barrier to doing so is exactly 0. The only authentic version is available through the protected link. The darkness creates cheap counterfeits to distract you right before your breakthrough. Guard your energy from those cheap imitations. The universe demands absolutely no risk from a chosen one. If you do not feel the shift, every single penny is returned to you. That is a divine guarantee and an energetic exchange governed by complete trust. You are fully protected from any earthly loss. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Claim your rightful frequency before the elite. Completely scrub it from the internet. The tool is not the final destination. The tool simply restores the receiver so the glorious destination can be recognized when it arrives. God does not require you to purchase anything to be unconditionally loved. What was described is simply one way the receiver is restored. Whether that specific path is for you or not, the deep truth of this message belongs to you entirely. Now, let us go much deeper. You are standing at the absolute edge of a brand new timeline. The people who are digging for your information are going to witness a miracle they cannot even comprehend. Your quiet authority is about to become a blinding light. They thought they buried you in the cold dirt, but they did not know you were a powerful seed. You are bursting through the heavy soil right now. Your energy demands absolute respect without a single word spoken. The divine wealth you were promised is flowing effortlessly into your new reality. Let them watch from a very safe distance. They are not allowed to touch your glorious crown. You are the master of your own reality. The long wait is permanently over. You are no longer the empath who begged to be understood. The heavy crucible of pain has finally forged you into the untouchable master of your reality. From this exact moment on, your energy demands absolute respect, without a single word spoken. Let them keep digging through the empty shadows. Let them search for a broken version of you that simply does not exist anymore. The fierce storm is completely over. You walked through the dark valley, and you emerged carrying the pure light of 1,000 suns. They thought your deep silence was a sign of weakness, but your silence is a heavily fortified castle. They cannot breach your towering walls. They are standing outside in the cold, while you are feasting inside the glorious kingdom. Your past is permanently sealed behind you. Every tear you cried in secret was carefully collected by heaven to water the seeds of your incredible future. You do not need to look over your tired shoulder anymore. The people who betrayed your golden heart are entirely trapped in their own miserable cycles. You are completely free to soar above their petty human games. You chose to heal when it would have been much easier to become bitter. That beautiful choice is exactly why the universe trusts you with massive divine power. The ancient cycle of pain stops entirely with you today. You are the brave cycle breaker who rescued your entire bloodline from endless generations of heavy darkness. Your ancestors are extremely proud of your fierce strength. You never have to speak a single word to prove your massive worth to anyone ever again. The quiet authority radiating from your healed soul is the only proof the universe requires. Let the enemies frantically dig for your hidden information. They will find nothing but their own hollow reflections staring back at them. You are completely invisible to their toxic and jealous eyes. The heavy season of crying yourself to sleep is permanently over. Heaven is wiping away every single tear and replacing your deep sorrow with unimaginable financial and emotional wealth. The massive compensation is flowing effortlessly into your brand new timeline as we speak. You have survived the absolute worst of it. The golden era of your life is officially beginning right now. Take a very slow and deep breath right now. Feel the heavy armor falling off your tired shoulders. You do not have to fight the brutal war anymore, because heaven is actively fighting the remaining battles for you. Your only job now is to peacefully receive the beautiful blessings you always truly deserved. The massive energetic shift is already complete inside your spirit. Before this sacred message completely closes, I want to remind you of the resource. For the chosen one whose spirit deeply confirmed what was described earlier, the path remains completely open. It is waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment. That is the absolute final time it will be mentioned today. What follows right now belongs entirely to your holy sealing. We must lock this magnificent frequency into your physical reality. The darkness is officially defeated, but it will try to send tiny whispers of doubt to distract your mind. You must build a massive wall of faith to block out their desperate final lies. Your spiritual crown is shining brighter than it ever has before. You are officially standing in the powerful light of absolute victory. Do not let this glorious moment quietly pass you by. You must take a physical action to deeply anchor this new identity into the heavy earth. The universe is watching your response in this exact second to see if you are truly ready to receive. The pitch-black darkness has retreated completely behind you. The beautiful dawn of a brand new era is shining its brightest rays onto your face. Type the word Amen down in the comments to permanently seal this reality. Let the physical act of typing become a powerful sword cutting through the invisible chains of your past. You are officially establishing a massive divine energy receiving station right here and right now. Claim your absolute alignment with the highest vibration available in the entire known universe. If this fiery message has reignited the powerful faith inside your tired soul, you cannot keep this blessing entirely to yourself. There is a lonely soul out there bleeding in the dark of despair. They desperately need a guiding light to survive the night. Share this message with them right now. Sowing the beautiful seed of hope today is multiplying the massive blessing for yourself tomorrow. Do not forget to share this sacred video to fully activate your own anointing. You are a powerful beacon of blinding light in a world that desperately needs your exact frequency. Stand tall in your quiet authority and never let them dim your beautiful shine again. You are heavily protected. You are deeply loved. You are exactly where you are supposed to be.